This is Site 2 on your map. Before you lies the Kingston area of Norfolk Island. As the land here is slightly more approachable than any other shore, it was settled first. If you stand at the interpretive boards, you will see two islands in front of you. The closest is Nepean Island, and the larger is Phillip Island, named for Captain Arthur Phillip, commander in charge of the first fleet to arrive in New South Wales. You'll see a thick strip of Norfolk Island pines rimming the coast of Norfolk. Behind it lies a beautiful horseshoe-shaped lagoon, Emily Bay. Imagine this small forest extending over the entire area. This is what the small group of convicts and Marines would have encountered when they landed here in March 1788, just 6 weeks after landing at Botany Bay in New South Wales. It is also what the weary Polynesian voyagers, the first settlers of Norfolk, would have seen when they first made landfall back in the first millennium AD. Archaeological digs have revealed that the Polynesian settlement here flourished for at least 200 years. There is an interpretive board behind the northern side of Emily Bay, which marks the site of their village and marae. You'll find much more information and examples of the finds from the dig site in the Archaeological Museum in Quality Row at Kingston. To your far left is the Island Cemetery, which dates back from convict times. Moving right, you'll notice our 18-hole golf course with its convict-built clubhouse. They welcome visitors, and you can hire clubs, buggies, and get everything you need to enjoy what has been described as the hardest, easy course in the South Pacific. The first bare coastline you will see after the pines is Slaughter Bay, which ends in the Kingston Pier, built in the first convict settlement. Both Slaughter Bay and Emily Bay are protected by rock reefs, so are ideal for swimming, snorkeling, scuba diving, and kayaking. While Emily Bay takes its name for the wife of a commandant, the name Slaughter Bay comes from an Old English word for water inside a reef, slow water, slaughter. You will notice that throughout the Kingston area there are many stone buildings and ruins. Most of the buildings are in current use, including the large imposing structures on the hills slightly to the right of the interpretive boards. This is Government House, the home of Norfolk Island's administrator. The Australian Prime Minister appoints the administrator, who acts rather like a state governor, signing bills into law. As a self-governing external territory of Australia, Norfolk Island has its own legislative assembly, led by a chief minister, which is voted for by residents holding an Australian passport. On 1st of August 2010, the Kingston Arthurs Vale Historic Area was part of a serial World Heritage listing on the grounds of its convict heritage. You see before you some of the finest convict-built Georgian buildings in the Southern Hemisphere. So if you're interested in the convict history of Norfolk, Bounty Escapes can help you book the Convict Kingston Trail Tour and the History in the Making Tour. We strongly recommend a visit to the Norfolk Island museums, and we can help you book their historical play, Trial of 15, written and performed by locals to provide an entertaining overview of the island's history.